Say it's Fat Boy out there boot, man. Lake City shit, you know what I'm saying? Killer Clan shit, stack pack business. We doing something a little different right here, you know what I'm saying?
Together we a strong people. Haters wanna see us down. I can't wait for them to see us now. Together we a strong people. Beg for them to let us in. Fuck asking, run them dividends. Together we a strong people. All positive, no negative tags. Group of talent, class and swag. Together we a strong people. Rockin' with me, I'm rockin' with you. Real shit, cause that's what we do. Together we a strong people. So where the solid congregate, where we only keep it real and we do despise fake. No hater allowed zone and we enforce it strong. If you on that bullshit, you can get the fuck on. If you bout a bag, expect us to endorse it. Slide on contact, watch how our human resource it. AADC, but we ain't a rock band. Legends and artists trying to get funds in our hands. Multi-talented and versed in a righteous fashion. Out the gate, we create no beginner action. Triggered and loaded, pin filled to the brim. This song alone will say why we not one of them. Ex-trapper, not a rapper, wordplay. I got 'em, not actor, check starter. Make me get extra, building the team of in with needs met. This just the beginning, y'all ain't seen nothing yet. Together we a strong people. Haters wanna see us down. I can't wait for them to see us now. Together we a strong people. Beg for them to let us in. Fuck asking, run them dividends. Together we a strong people. All positive, no negative tags. Group of talent, class and swag. Together we a strong people. Rockin' with me, I'm rockin' with you. Real shit, cause that's what we do. Together we a strong people.
12:29 when it began. After Big Pokey passed, the group started to expand. Started off with just 3, now we 15,000. Niggas talk a lot of shit, but they just be mouthing. We be actual bosses, sucker, yeah, we been some bad niggas. We be at the office fucking with them Killer Clan niggas. On the Clark, niggas know I straight slaughter on the beat. We got Fat Boy in this bitch and K Water on the beat. Headquarters Lake Charles operating in Houston. Mr. I'm just being honest, you a native to Houston. Out that Bama, it's a party when you make it to Houston. If you not promoting in our group, then what are you doing? Anybody step to me, I'ma give them the blues. Cause a 7-foot nigga couldn't fit in my shoes. Y'all can have the leftovers, y'all some buzzers and vultures. When you see us holler all about the culture.
Together we a strong people. Haters wanna see us down. I can't wait for them to see us now. Together we a strong people. Beg for them to let us in. Fuck asking, run the dividends.
Man, hold up. Man, hold up. Man, hold up. We are back. Man, it's your boy Reckless Talk with the Reckless Talk Podcast, Reckless Talk Sports Podcast, Reckless Talk Management and Promotions, A1 Music Empire, 1836 Entertainment, HoustonCityBeat.com. We are the storytellers of Houston. Yo, we got co-host, co-founder of Reckless Talk Sports, my guy Jay Coop in the building. What's going on, brother?
What's going on, brother? Good morning, good morning, good morning. What's happening, y'all?
Man, let's get it. Football season is back. We're going to talk a little bit of NFL, a little bit of college football. We're going to talk about last night's game, too.
Oh, yeah. Let's get down to it, man. I'm ready.
Hell yeah. I don't know where Jackson's at. He's probably sleeping somewhere early this morning. Surprisingly, because he usually call and wait to wake me up on a Saturday morning. Man, let's touch on last night's game. We're gonna jump right to the NFL, bro. Last night's actually, hold on. I'm tripping. We got some shout outs we gotta give before we do that. Man, because Regular Talk Sports is powered by the greatest root beer on earth, Otto's Root Beer, brewed in Huntsville, Texas, by Brew Nation. And of course, we got J-Rack Distribution and LLC. We truly appreciate you guys. Hoodlum Nature Records. And of course, the greatest burgers on earth, Smash Wagon, man. Congratulations to Smash Wagon, man. Oh, he's a Smash Wagon. Congratulations to Smash Wagon, man. All the hustle y'all done put in over the years, man, with your food truck. Man, they finally opened up their very first restaurant 2 days ago. So big shout out to Smashback. And we was actually there yesterday in Beaumont. So man, y'all pull on up. Also, we've been on the road for the past week. We are back and it is going down. Yo, catch me tonight in San Marcos. Modern Day Hep is going down. It's gonna be like one of them little classroom concert type of deals they've been doing and shit. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be super, super dope. It's called Small Desk Concerts, actually. Man, catch my guy AB Da Vinci, 1836 Entertainment. I'll be emceeing this event. It is going down. And then if you're in the area today, man, check it out. It is going down. Cadillacs and Coffee, man. Performances. Bring your family out. It's a family event. My guy A Real will be performing today. A1 Music Empire in the motherfucking house. Okay, back to it.
Smash wagon.
Smash. Man, shit was so good. Oh, hold on. One thing. Big shout outs to my guy, Rudy Castillo, man. One of the dope ass artists, dope artists, man. Y'all know my logo I have right here, man. Bro, he big shout out to Bobby Bless for the artwork, man. My guy Rudy turned into a tattoo last night, and I thought I downloaded it. I guess I didn't. I thought I had a picture of it. I guess I don't. Anyway, all right, we're back, guys. Let's get game, man. Let's talk about it. MJ, you know what I mean? And the Eagles. What was your take on that? And we made it to Brazil.
Yeah, man, made it to Brazil. It was an adventure from what I was hearing. You know, prior to it, it was a lot of chaos, and people was nervous and scared about all the outside expectations with their government. But it seems to everybody from America got there, from the fans' perspective, got there, came back home. I haven't had or heard any issues. I don't really pay attention to world news like that, but I'm pretty sure something would have happened. Somebody would have said something by now. And the game seemed to be pretty good, man. It's kind of hard playing football on a surface that's made for soccer. So that's why we saw a lot of the slipping and stuff early. But they end up getting used to it, and we got a good game, man. These first two NFL games kicked the season off right, and I'm super impressed with the first two games, man.
Yo, I agree. I definitely agree, because we're gonna touch on Thursday night game too. But I'm glad you mentioned the field. So I've been seeing all over social media the field's trash, this and that, man. And but what a lot of people don't realize, like you mentioned, that's a soccer field. Soccer fields and football fields are totally different. Now, in saying that though, soccer fields are way better to play on, even football, than NFL fields. I remember with the a few years ago with the Olympics and shit. You know what I mean? Anytime the NFL wants to change, the Players Association wants to get new fields or change anything, they get turned down by the NFL and this and that, blah, 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 blah. Now, when you go international with it, soccer, when soccer came out here, it's like they're doing these changes for them. Why not do it for the NFL? Knowing the way the field is, the way the type of the turf they use is a lot easier on the players' bodies. You know what I mean? So like you said, they got used to it. You know what I mean? Isn't it crazy? Like, you could play on a certain type of turf your whole career, and then even when you get on something better that's better for you health-wise, body-wise, and it still takes a little while to get used to that. Like walking all over again. You know what I mean?
Yep. You got to get that traction, and I want to say the announcers were saying that the Eagles, well, Green Bay is kind of used to that surface. That the surface that they had is somewhat close to what they play with in Lambeau Field. Philadelphia plays on a what you call that, natural turf, with artificial grass turf or whatever. And so whereas Green Bay plays more on a natural grass type field. And so they was kind of used to it. And they said, practice through the week and leading up to the beginning of the game, you noticed that Green Bay wasn't doing the slipping because they already knew we needed a certain length of cleats. And so it took a little while for Philadelphia to adjust. And everybody once everybody changed their cleats probably 2 or 3 times. I think Saquon changed his about 2 or 3 times. And then after that, it was off and running, man. It was off and running.
Yeah, because
Boy,
Saquon's first 2 carries was very disappointing.
yeah,
And I can't lie, man. As a Giants fan, it sucks to see him in the Eagles uniform. But as a sports fan, I'm happy for him, man. You know what I mean? He did the best line he done had since he started his career, and he's gonna do something. And talk about Saquon, man. Let's get into his stats, man. First game as an Eagle, and technically it's a home game, but you know what I mean for the Eagles. But it's still gonna be dope to see them in their official home game in Philly. So
uniforms. Yeah.
last night, Saquon Barkley on 24 carries, 109 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 receptions for 23 yards, and a reception touchdown for his Eagles debut, man. What do you think about that?
Man. So we had, I don't know if y'all watched the fantasy draft stream. We had a debate about if Saquon gonna have a comeback year, right? And he fantasy wise, I said I didn't like it fantasy wise because I felt Jalen Hurts would take touchdowns away. But I'm also the same guy that said I wanted Saquon on the Texans for the reason that we saw yesterday. He still has the juice. The quickness has not gone anywhere. He has the contact balance. The vision is still there. He makes people miss in small holes. Like
He's still in his prime.
He's still in his prime. And then the prime example was his first touchdown. The first touchdown on the wheel route that he caught. It's not too many running backs that have that ability. You have him, Christian McCaffrey, Alvin Kamara, Joe Mixon can do it, a little bit. But it's like a handful of guys that can do that. And that just brings a different dynamic, man. You put him in a matchup, you have Kellen Moore is the OC now in Philly. And he used Zeke that same way when Zeke was able to, really move around about 8-9 years ago. So I'm expecting Kellen Moore to do big things with him. The big surprise for me with Philly was putting Jalen Hurts under center. You didn't see that in college a lot with him being under center. He stayed in shotgun 90% of the time in college. Then he came to the pros, and it was kind of the same deal. The only time they go on the center was for the quarterback sneak. Putting him under center and having Saquon back there in that play action, that's going to be a big deal. That Philadelphia looks like they might be a dangerous team this year.
Yeah, definitely Super Bowl.
It's going to be a runaway Cowboy division again this year. I don't think it's going to be a runaway.
Man, you mentioned Jalen Hurts because we did have that conversation the other week on the show. Hold my bad. Jackson just messaged me. He's about to hop on right now. But we did have that conversation on the show about Saquon, and that's why I was smiling when you mentioned that because I knew it was his comeback year for fantasy, for everything. Because like I said, he's still in his prime. You know what I mean? This is the best line he has. And you made a comment about Jalen Hurts taking away touches from Saquon. In saying that, Hurts did get 13 carries last night. 13 carries for 33 yards. His is overall performance. He went 20 for 34 for 278 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown. One was for 40-plus yards, one was for 50-plus yards. 13 carries for 33 yards, 1 fumble loss, 2 sacks. That fumble loss came, I want to say, in the very first drive with the first or second drive.
The interception was the first interception was the first turnover, and then the third drive was the fumble. Okay. The fumble wasn't really necessarily his fault. He was making a line call, and the center just snapped the ball. But of course, it's gonna go on the quarterback.
Well, I'm glad you said that because I actually didn't get to watch this game. I just did. I watched the highlights and stuff and did some research on it. So I was actually getting my tattoo last night when the game was on and stuff. So
Yeah, that's
I was moving around.
So basically what happened for the fumble, he was trying to make an adjustment. Green Bay showed a blitz. He gave a hard count, and with the hard count, Green Bay ended up rolling the safeties down. And so when he saw the safety come down, he wanted to move the offensive line by changing the protection. With with him not having the same communication that he has with Kelsey, which is a prime example of what I always say, the center is an underrated position in the NFL. If you don't have that connection with that center as the QB, things happen like that. And when they was trying to get the call right, the center's hearing one thing, he's telling somebody the other, and boom, it just, people get nervous, and you snap the ball, and they lose the fumble. But the good thing about it is Philadelphia defense stepped up. They stepped up and held Green Bay for a field goal. And I think that was a big help. Those first two drives, from the interception and the fumble, they did well. The interception, they caused the field goal. Then the next drive, they punted. And then the drive after that was the fumble. And then they kicked the field goal. So they scored 6 points off of turnovers. You got short fields. Green Bay had every chance to blow this game out in the first half. Jalen, I know we're talking about the Eagles right now, but Jordan Love, we're gonna have to pipe down with this Jordan Love.
Hell yeah, big facts. Real quick, big shout out to my guy Jacob, man. He's actually a Green Bay fan. Real quick, Jack, something's going on with your audio. I don't know what it is, but you're in and out with something that's making some weird noise.
I'm trying to fix it.
That's a lot better. Whatever you just did is a lot better. Jacob, man, definitely give your input, brother. I don't know if you was here a minute ago. We touched on the field aspect. The field was not atrocious, brother. It really wasn't. So there's a difference between Jacob. There's a difference between football turf and the turf they use for soccer. Soccer is actually a better turf, and that's what the NFL Player Association been trying to get. They've been trying to get that turf because it's a lot easier on the players' joints and bodies and stuff. But the fact that they're not used to playing on that type of turf, that's why they had those problems playing on that turf last night. That's actually the turf that the NFL Player Association is trying to get for the NFL. It's just it's brand new. It's like you start learn how to ride a bike all over again. You know what I mean?
So to give Jacob a good explanation, a few years ago, when that was this past year, right? When we had the soccer, what is that called? The World the World Cup or whatever.
World Cup.
Okay, so a few years ago, New York was supposed to be the host city for the World Cup amongst other cities, right? The problem was that the not the MLS, but the FIFA World Cup people seen how bad the turf was at MetLife Stadium and refused to play at MetLife unless they put this grass, which what they played on yesterday, on MetLife field. That's what they did this past time. When they did
hold on, Coop. Jackson, your audio. All right, go ahead, Coop.
Yeah, so they had this past time, they had some people from New York out there, the Giants and some other staffers going to what you're talking about, and that's what kind of started that whole. Well, we want this turf in New York. We have other places that have something similar. So San Francisco also has changed their turf. Their turf was terrible when they first built their stadium. And they went more to I want to believe, kind of like what Vegas has in Arizona. They have kind of like that block, removable type turf that they bring in every year. So that's pretty much what it is. It's not it wasn't the turf that it was terrible, and people you can't really pay attention to what the announcers say. You have to actually kind of do your own research. And if the turf was real bad, like the Super Bowl in Arizona, and everybody was slipping in the third or fourth quarter, then yeah. But after people got their cleats right and everybody found what cleat length they needed, the slipping and all that stuff went away. It wasn't an issue.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. And Jacob did touch on, man, Jordan Love getting injured, man. End of the game.
Yeah.
End of the game injury, man. So definitely, everybody, man, pray for Jordan Love, man. Dope ass quarterback,
Big
dope ass
prayers.
quarterback, man. So yeah, we definitely, regardless who are rooting for, that's one thing we don't want to see is injuries.
Yeah.
Man, we got Jackson in the house. What's going on, son?
Nothing much, man. Nothing much.
Audio
Showing up
shitty
late.
this morning.
Huh?
Your audio is shitty this morning.
I don't know why. Is it better now?
Yeah, I don't know what was going on before. What was going on? What you think about last night's game? And congratulations on y'all. What is it, 36-0 victory on Wednesday?
Yeah,
Yeah, congratulations, brother.
Thank you. It was a pretty good game last night. What you're saying? I hope Love is okay. I just hope the the Packers can bounce back from their loss. It was a tough loss for them. But Saquon was going off last night. Yeah.
Yeah, he did. He showed it. I loved it.
Pretty sure you missed that though. In New York, you missed that seeing him in New York doing that.
Man, do not get deleted off of this stream. Yeah, it was dope, man. Like I said before you came on, man. As a Giant fan, it sucks to see him in that Eagle Green. But as a sports fan, man, it's dope to see him in that Eagle Green, man, doing what he loves to do and being a beast at it. You know what I mean? It sucks that he's gone, but for fantasy, man, it's doing lovely for me. Man, hold up.
Oh yeah, 30 points.
Man, hold up. For real. Yo, let's touch on the very first game of the season Thursday night. Who wants to take it from here? Because that was a hell of a game. That game ended by a toenail.
Yeah.
So, man, Patrick Mahomes is going to be Patrick Mahomes, man. Patrick Mahomes is going to be Patrick Mahomes. Xavier Worthy, this is something that one of my guys from back home in Baton Rouge, we talked about this all the time. When they got Xavier Worthy, they were going to be scary because now they have Tyreek Hill again. They didn't have Tyreek Hill last year, so they didn't have nobody to spread the defense sideline to sideline or vertical. Now that they have it, Travis Kelce is able to eat more. Rashee Rice not being suspended is for another story, another topic for a different day. But he's still like, he's on par to be one of the sleeper receivers coming out this season again. Very underrated receiver. Man, the Chiefs are going to be the Chiefs, man. Lamar Jackson, man. I don't know what to say about Lamar, brother. I don't know. It still seems that he wants to do everything and not do the quarterback thing, meaning that he doesn't want to throw the check down. He doesn't want to throw the drag routes. He doesn't want to get the ball to the receiver that's open first to keep moving the ball. He wants to try to run around to make the big play. That was one of the things CJ learned early. He said, I want to say game 3, he said, I can't run around like I did in college. I can't take these hits. I want to say they said Lamar took somewhere upwards to 20-something hits in the first game. That's crazy. It's the first game. It's not the playoffs. Why are you trying to truck a linebacker for 1 yard and you already got the first down? That makes no sense. I get the end of the game, the scrambling around to try to make a play, but the second quarter you're doing it and then you're throwing the ball over receivers' heads. It's not good quarterback play. He's a hellified athlete. I don't want nobody to take, what I'm saying wrong. He's a hellified athlete. But I really don't know if the Ravens can win a Super Bowl like that. They can win games because Lamar Jackson is an athlete, but when it's time to make those nitty-gritty plays, he had Zay Flowers wide open. He went in the press conference and said it wasn't Zay Flowers' fault. He was throwing to Rashard Bateman. That made you look even worse because Rashard Bateman wasn't even in the screen for you to throw the ball to. So it's
Yeah.
just, it's just a bunch of things, man. The Ravens have a damn good defense. The special teams is super nice. It's just it's the quarterback play. And they did not use Derrick Henry. I don't
Facts.
know why they didn't use Derrick Henry.
Big facts. Yo, let's see what Jacob got to say. He got his comment right here. He said, "We know Lamar can throw the ball, but dude be missing easy passes, and it's frustrating as fuck. But the way he squeezes through the defense as fast as he does is crazy as fuck to watch. He gets skinny and just blazes through two defenders, leaving them standing in the dust. It's freaking hilarious to me. He's definitely athletic as fuck, super super athletic. To get back on what you said, man, yeah, he take too many hits. Too many hits, man. Yeah, too many hits.
Too many.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. Like you said, it's not even the playoffs. It's the first week. It's the first week of the season, and that man got lit up way too many times.
Right. Way too many times. And you pay what 20 something million for 2 years to bring in Derrick Henry, use him. Derrick Henry's on his last legs, man. Use him while he's still, able to run them. You gave him 8 carries between the second quarter and the beginning of the fourth quarter. Man, that's crazy. And that was
Exactly.
what you said all year long, going up into the season. We're gonna use Derrick Henry to run the ball, and you went completely away from it. You had him throw the ball 40-something times. That's crazy.
Yeah, big facts. Big facts, for real. What you guys say, Jax?
Yeah, like he's on. It's beginning. Like I don't know why he's trying to do so much. Just do your job. You have certain things that you're supposed to do. Like I don't get why he was trying to make so much moves when it's only the first game. Like you have linemen that are supposed to go into the linebackers to do that to help you. But I don't know why you're trying to run into them. Yeah, I think he was just doing too much. He was just trying to, I know he's trying to help the team, but just do what you got to do. If you do what you
Yeah,
got to do and everybody else does what they got to do, you can win the game like that.
I agree. Man, before we get off of the NFL and get on the college tip, man, let's do our predictions for this week. Man, tomorrow we have the Steelers and the Falcons. Who do you guys got?
It's gonna be a tough one. Two brand new quarterbacks. Give me the Falcons.
I'm man. I'm gonna go Steelers.
The same here. I'm gonna take the Steelers. They just announced Wilson as their starting quarterback, which we'll see how long that lasts. You know what I mean? We'll definitely see how long that lasts.
Wait, did y'all heard about that? He may not even start Sunday because they were saying Fields may start because I think Wilson he got some type of injury and he's still questionable, but they're saying
Oh,
Fields
okay.
may start. Yeah.
There we go. Then we have Arizona and Buffalo.
Oh, Buffalo for sure,
Oh, man.
but they have no receivers though.
Where's this game played at? In Buffalo, right? I think this game is in Buffalo.
The game is in Buffalo. The game is in Buffalo. The crazy thing is Buffalo's actually the underdog in this one, but I would take Buffalo myself.
Yeah, I think we'll be Buffalo all the way through on this
Then we have Tennessee and the Bears, the Titans and the Bears.
Well, this is gonna be really interesting because Titans lost Derrick Henry, so and that was one of the best plays they had for the past 7-8 years.
Yeah, but man, you know what? I think they're gonna be okay without him, man. They got some good talent, some good young talent. You know what I mean?
They got Tony Pollard in free agency, so
You
I
know
can
what I mean?
hopefully help them.
I don't think they're gonna win no championship or nothing. But I think they'll have a decent season. They'll be competitive. You know what I
And you
mean?
see Bears brand new quarterback. He was looking pretty good in the preseason, but that's the preseason.
Yeah. Man, then we had the Texans and the Colts. You know what? We're gonna skip this because we all know everyone's picking the Texans here. Next, that's good. That's actually, you know what though? That's a dope game, man. First game of the season. You got a conference game. It matters. You know what I mean? And it's a rival. So you know what I mean. That's actually gonna be that game is gonna be a lot better than what everyone's expecting. You know what I mean? That's one thing. The Texans and the Colts, y'all already know how it go, man. With them, their games are always close. It's always a fight. You know what I mean? It's always a dog fight. You know what I mean? That's actually gonna be a good game to look forward to tomorrow.
Yeah, so I was pounding the table for this game to be the Sunday night game for this week to start off this week. The rivalry, it used to not be a rivalry. You know, the Colts dominated us for the first 10 years of our existence. Of course, because the Colts had Peyton Manning and Andrew Luck, and we had a rotation of quarterbacks from Ryan Mallett to TJ Yates and shoot, Trent
And,
Green, and we can name a
and
thousand more.
Matt Shaw,
Uh,
Brock
Matt
Osweiler, all
Shaw,
them.
David Carr. Yeah, I mean you can name them all. But uh, the Watson train kind of changed that, and now we have CJ, and CJ's a dog, man. And like I was gonna say with the Chicago game, this gonna come back. This gonna come down to quarterback play, and CJ has the weapons. I don't care about the run game that much this game because I think the Colts have a damn good run defense. Their front seven is legit, but their secondary is not.
Yeah.
And once we go up and get a 10-point lead, you put the pressure on AR and take the ball out of Jonathan Taylor hands. That's when our defense gets to eat. I expect Derek Stingley to get probably an interception. I'm expecting Lassiter to make probably like 2 or 3 big plays to announce himself in this game. We're missing Christian Harris, so I'm pretty sure we're probably gonna see a lot of the same thing we saw last night with Lamar Jackson. AR is gonna try to do a lot of that running around. He's another guy that's injury prone, but I'm hoping he stays healthy, knock on wood, because I don't want Joe Flacco to come in the game and then he start lighting us up, because that's what tends to happen to the Texans.
Facts.
But anyway, man, I have us winning, bro, and I actually have us winning 35-17.
You know what, Jackson? I need you to do something about that audio, Jax. You creating that background noise.
It sounds like a fan or something.
Yeah, you got a fan on or something? Is that your
Yeah,
fan?
just turn it off.
Yeah, you gotta turn that off, please, son.
Is it better now?
Yeah, hell yeah,
Yeah.
hell yeah. All right, cool. Give your prediction, man. Yeah, but both of you guys being Texas fans, give your prediction on this on tomorrow's game.
I think it's gonna be a pretty good game. You know, big rivalry, and I really think the Colts can really. I wouldn't be surprised if the Colts win though too, because they're still a match from last season. You know, the very last game, that game, whoever won was in the playoffs. I'm pretty sure they're still upset about that. I'm pretty sure they're gonna try to bring all the pressure on us too. And this is actually the Texans' first time playing the season opener in Indianapolis.
What's your prediction on score?
On scoring, I think really both sides are gonna score a lot, especially Houston. I think it would be close the whole time to like the last few minutes. I think Houston probably takes in the last few minutes. I'll say 38 to like 20.
Nah, that's so bad. You know what? I'm gonna go with the Texans with the win, even though they're an underdog. I think it's gonna be a lot. I think it's gonna be a high scoring game. To tell you the truth, on both ends, I think it's gonna be a high scoring game. Yo, big shout outs to Vincent, man. Vinny, man. One of the big supporters, man. He's always tuning in all the way from Nigeria. You know what I mean, so
Oh
big shout
yeah.
outs to my guy. man, for real. He's been supporting all day, every day from day one. Yo, Spence,
International players,
good
baby.
James. James gave his prediction for the Texans game. He said 31-17. Okay, I like
Oh
that.
yeah, everybody throw your scores for the Texan game, man. I want to see what y'all got. But big shout out, man. International players. We in the building. All the way.
Hell yeah.
We touching continents, not countries.
Yeah, big
Yeah.
shout out to the guy Benny, man, for real. All right, then we have Miami and Jacksonville. Miami and Jacksonville, man. Another in-state rivalry. I got Miami winning that one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm with you
I
on
got
that.
Miami winning that. Too much
That
speed.
was clear across the board. All right, then we have Carolina and New Orleans.
New Orleans.
I'm going Saints.
You going with the same here. Then we got Minnesota and the New York Giants.
Oh, it's gonna be very
Before y'all
interesting.
make my prediction, fuck both of y'all, okay? 'Cause I know what y'all about to say. Continue.
It's gonna be very interesting. It's gonna be for both teams because there's listen. You know, no Saquon, but you got Devin Singletary in the offseason. That's a big help right there. That can really help the run game. Daniel Jones played terrible in the preseason. Plays terrible in the offseason. I mean, in the regular season. And he's also coming off from injury, and hopefully he can turn it around before he's out of there by next year. By the end of this year. But going on the Viking side, Sam Darnold, he's back at starting again. It's like a return game for him. He's going back to New York because he was drafted by the Jets, like 2018, 2019. And he's basically going back like a reunion, and maybe he pops off in his reunion game in New York. But he has Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison. He's got some pretty big weapons. So I really think it'd be a low-scoring game, like low but close. But I think the Vikings barely take it.
You know what? You had too much fun with that right there. He had way too much fun. Like, tell me my kid's not an asshole without telling me my kid's not an asshole. Like, he had so much fun just, well, the Giants and this, like, who cares, okay? Okay? But not all jokes aside, everything you said was facts. Everything you said was facts, and I agree 100%. The Giants are not the Giants no more. They haven't been the Giants for years, kind of think about it. But, yeah, with Saquon Barkley leaving, yeah, it was cool picking up Singletary, but what Singletary are we going to get? You know what I mean? That's the whole thing. You know what I mean? I'm not going to lie. Even in my pick'ems, I got the Vikings winning. And I don't think it's going to be a close game at all.
I'm gonna give y'all one like the boy Lee Corso used to say in college football. Not so fast, my friends. I had a Giants helmet to put it on. I got the New York Giants shocking everybody. That's my what they
upset
call underdog upset game of the week, man.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you why. From what I've seen in the preseason, well, not preseason wise, but off season, I think Dayball is going to change the way that he calls your offense. I don't think he's going to put the ball into Daniel Jones and let him be like Josh Allen. So he's going to try to run the ball and play good defense. Y'all have a dominant D-line. Y'all have a damn good linebacker core. The secondary is kind of but y'all have something there. Sam Darnold, I don't believe in Sam Darnold at all. I just don't believe in Sam Darnold. Justin Jefferson is going to get frustrated with the passes with Sam Darnold. You're playing in New York on that terrible turf. I really think that the Giants will pull this one off. It's probably going to be a low-scoring game. Both of y'all are saying that's facts. That is true. But I really think this is going to be the upset game of the week. I think the Giants' defense is going to force a couple of turnovers, give Daniel Jones short field. Y'all are going to try to keep the time of possession up and keep Minnesota soft defense. They don't really have a good defense. All their defensive players are new, coming from different areas. They haven't really played with each other. Man, give me the Giants by 3, 20-17.
Okay. All right. I like it. I like it. Let's see. Cuzzo said Giants are gonna spank them. Only thing Giants don't have is an offensive line, and that's the scary part. And that's exactly why Saquon left, because no offensive line. Man, let's go ahead and get it, man. We got the Raiders and the Chargers.
Oh, another division rivalry game too. It's gonna be interesting seeing Harbaugh back in the NFL coaching again for the first time in like over 10 years. Working with a brand new quarterback. And Herbert's a good quarterback. He just gets hurt a lot, and I think, but they also brought in some additions this offseason with the draft and free agency. Joe All, I'm excited to see him play. One of the top linemen, actually the top lineman, best lineman in this past year's draft. And I think he's gonna, he's gonna lay some people down. Big dude, ain't nobody getting past him. I don't think he's gonna allow any sacks tomorrow. Um, and what's it called? The Raiders be interesting. You know, they had what's Antonio Pierce. He was the head coach for the last part of the season, but now it's his full season as the head coach. It's gonna be interesting to see with Gardner Minshew. And to be honest, when I saw that signing, when the Raiders signed Gardner Minshew back in free agency, I was thinking they don't even need to draft a quarterback because I think Gardner Minshew proves enough that he can be a franchise quarterback. That's just me though, but I think he's proven a lot to be a franchise quarterback. So
Mm,
it's a pretty close game. I think it'll be pretty close down to the wire, but I think the Chargers take this one.
okay, I like it. I like it. You got the Chargers taking that. Let's see where we at. Where we at? Where we at? What just happened? Why is everything frozen? All right, you said Chargers take that one. Okay, let's see. Here we go. I have the Raiders. I have the Raiders winning that. I have the Raiders winning that on the road.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Raiders as well. I'm gonna go with
Yeah,
the Raiders.
Denver and the Seahawks.
That'll be interesting because
I'm
Denver.
going
There's no
Seattle.
yeah probably sad. There's no more Walter Wilson. You got Bo Nix. He looked pretty good in the preseason. Sean Payton was saying he's supposed to be the next Drew Brees, I guess. But we'll see about that. But
This is actually my upset pick of the week. I got Denver over Seattle. That is going to be my upset pick. Even though Denver's defense is trash, super trash, but that's going to be my upset pick of the week. Man, then we have Dallas and Cleveland.
that's the
Mm,
game of the week right there. Fox game of the week, and that's Tom Brady's first game he's broadcasting.
correct.
Yeah, so that'd be very interesting to see. I'm definitely watching that game too. So Dallas and Cleveland, both pretty good teams, but this is Watson coming back from injury. Joe Flacco's not there anymore, so they're not going to have Joe Flacco. They have to see if they want Watson to do something great, you're going to have to make sure he has the right players to do the right things. And what's it called? I just lost my focus right there. But Watson, if he needs to be like back in Houston, prime Watson again, if he wants to win this game with the team, because he hasn't played a game in almost the entire year because he got injured. Then you got Dallas, a good team every year, always messes up though. Great defense, great offense, but I don't know how they're gonna play because in Cleveland, I think, right?
Yeah, definitely in Cleveland. Definitely in
Yeah.
Cleveland. Let me tell you this. Plain and simple. Cowboys by 30. Point blank, period. That's enough said right there. Cowboys by 30. I can't stand the Cowboys. But man, the Cowboys are fucking stacked. They are stacked, man, for real. Cowboys by 30. They definitely gonna make a Super Bowl run for sure. They going on a Super Bowl run, man, if they can keep it all together. And you know what? As much as I'm tired of hearing we know boys, this our year, you know what? They have a potential for it to be their year this year. You know what I
No,
mean?
I thought last year was the year.
I'm
Exactly.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna say this is the biggest question mark game. Reason why I say that is depending if, like you said, Jay, if this is a 30-point blowout by the Cowboys, this is gonna look terrible for the Cleveland Browns. Because here comes the question of spending $100+ million guaranteed on a quarterback that had off the field issues.
Mm-hmm.
Myles Garrett, does he still want to stay there? They just traded for Jerry Jeudy. So, this will be the first time in 4 years that they have a first round draft pick. So you're gonna start seeing, okay, this the old Cleveland Browns, and then on top of that, they have this multi-billion-dollar facility that they're about to build, and you're going into this where you still gonna owe Deshaun 2 years on his contract, and there's gonna be a whole lot of dead money. You might be trying to fire the coach. So this is a question mark game because on the flip side, same thing for the Cowboys. If Cleveland somehow beats them by, 17, not even 30, just say 17, because the Cowboys can't do that in
Mm-hmm.
these types of games where all the expectation and hype is on them to, go in there and roll and just play good football. Dak Prescott can throw 2, 3 interceptions. Zeke Elliott can fumble 4 or 5 times. Those things happen. The Cowboys lose. Here we go with the Deion Sanders to the Cowboys talk. So it is going. This is why I say this matchup is a question mark, because if this is not a close, good game throughout the whole game, to where we don't have, okay, well, this, that, or this could have happened. Yeah, if this game doesn't end somewhat like the Cleveland game and like the Philly game, there's gonna be some problems come Monday.
Yeah, yeah, that's true though. That definitely is true, man. Man, we got 3 more picks. We have Washington and Tampa Bay.
Oh,
Washington,
yeah.
Jalen Daniels.
Washington. I'm excited to see Daniels play. I really am. But I think Tampa Bay takes this one. I think Baker Mayfield's going to do what he just did last season. Some amazing talent he has, especially for being on his like 4th team, and he still has a lot of talent left. And I think this one, I think they win this by like 10 to 15 points.
Yeah, I got Tampa winning. I think it's gonna be a lot closer than what everyone thinks. But yeah, I got Tampa by 7. Definitely Tampa by 7. And then we have Rams and Detroit.
Ooh,
Oh, it's a Sunday
this
night
is a good
game.
game. That's the Sunday night game.
Yeah,
Mm.
or rematch
Uh,
from the wild card.
yeah. I think Matthew Stafford gets his revenge this game. I think the Rams win.
What's the play that? Is in
Detroit,
It's
Detroit.
I
in
believe.
Detroit.
In Detroit, okay. Detroit, pretty good atmosphere too. Dan Campbell has amazing coaching. I think it'd be close, but I think the Lions take the lead on this one, make it like a 2-0 series basically.
Man, I don't know, man. I'm gonna go with the Rams winning this one, but it's a toss up. It's a toss up, man. Stafford, man, he had that one year where he first went to the Rams and won the Super Bowl and looked great. That was his comeback year, right? Like that's the year that saved his career. But he still hasn't been consistent since then. He has not been consistent. And if you look at the past few years, to begin the season, early in the season, the Rams hasn't really made that much noise. Just they never really started off strong in the past few seasons. So in saying that, uh, I'm gonna go with Rams by 7-10. But it's definitely gonna be a dogfight, and the game's gonna be a lot closer than the score. Definitely.
Which.
Then we have our Monday night game.
Looks-
The Jets and the Niners in San Francisco.
I'm telling you, that's gonna be an amazing game. I think is it in place in San Francisco too, right?
Yeah.
Or New York? All right. So, 49ers coming off that loss back in the Super Bowl that really broke their hearts. They just re-signed Brandon Ayuk after like a month or two trying to make him stay. Brock Purdy going into his 3rd year as the quarterback, and I don't know if we're gonna see the same version of him. I remember I said this last year that he was a 1-year wonder, but I take that back. I think he's pretty good. But he's also on the Niners with some pretty good weapons too. I think that's what really helps him. He has a good O-line, good receivers. He has a good running back, Christian McCaffrey. I'm going to take a take on it. I think Christian McCaffrey is going to run for like over 230 yards. I think he may run for like 300 yards that game. But the Jets have a good defense, but he's really good, though. He's played against good defenses in the past and has made some pretty good plays on them. So I think he can run for anywhere from 230 yards to like 200 yards. And this is the Jets. Rodgers coming off that terrible ACL injury back in week 1. I think he's still got some talent left. He's just getting old, and it's gonna be interesting. I don't think he's gonna be like himself, really. It's gonna be a tough one though, because because both these teams have good defenses and pretty good offenses. But you know what? I think the Jets take this one.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Wow. I didn't see that coming.
That's my upset right there.
I didn't know where you was going with this one at all. But
yeah.
All right. Coop, what's your prediction? That's interesting. The Jets taking that. Okay.
So most teams traveling from the East Coast to the West don't have that much success the past few years. What worries me about San Francisco in the first game, not through the season, but the first game, is the whole contract hoopla stuff that they just got resolved, right? So is everybody gonna be on the same page coming out? I think getting Trent Williams back is going to be a big factor in this game. This is going to be one of the best games, I think, out of this week. This probably might end up being the best game. I mean, it's going to be hard to try to cap off that Kansas City Ravens game, but give me the San Francisco 49ers in a close one.
Okay. Yeah, it's really gonna be hard to top any of the first two games, Thursday night and Friday night games. So definitely start off the season with a blast, for real. I think we all know San Francisco is a high-powered offense. You know what I mean, with so many different weapons. You know what I mean, just Deebo Samuels, McCaffrey, just them two alone. You know what I mean. In saying that, I do have San Francisco winning, but I don't think this game is going to be a high-powered, high-scoring game like everyone thinks it's going to be. I had the final score closer to like 27-23. San Francisco way.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Definitely a lot more defense.
I think this could be like a really good. I think this game could really go into overtime too. Like I think we could get like an overtime Monday Night Classic too, because it just seems like a game that will go into overtime.
No, oh, yeah, I can see it. I can definitely see it. Man, we have 6 minutes left. We really didn't touch on no college football this week.
We're gonna have to expand this one a little bit, brother.
Yeah, definitely. Let's go ahead and talk about some college football because we didn't touch on none of that today.
Man, I gotta get off on my Colorado bus, man. We got some stuff to talk about real quick, man. So before we really jump too far into it, I want to ask y'all a question. How did y'all feel about the Miami-Florida game with the recruits, the Florida recruits getting recruited by the Florida players coming off the field? What was y'all thoughts on that?
Man, the thoughts about that, it's like the comments and all that, coming to watch Florida play. I think that really changed their minds a bit, but it's only the beginning of the season. But I really think that, they're kind of thinking about that. They're still kind of iffy about it. They're like, do I even want to go here even after that terrible blowout? And so they're probably kind of iffy, but it's only the beginning. Florida, sometimes they struggle in the beginning. They can try to show out later on, but yeah, that's what I think.
It's college football, baby. You know what I mean? Like, man, it's man, these deals that these kids are getting, it changed it. but I'm all for it. But I'm starting to see the negative with it, man.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm starting to see the negative with it. But to answer your question, man, hey, it's college football. You know what I mean? Anything can happen. Not surprised, honestly. Not surprised.
Not surprised. Yeah,
Especially in the first few weeks of college football, man. Anything could fucking happen. So I'm not
yeah.
surprised at all.
It's been a lot of back and forth with people not saying that they don't like the fact that they let the kids that close to the opponent's entrance, because you're able to talk to them, and they had some players and coaches go over there and shake those kids' hands. So some people are saying it's not a good look, and you got other people saying, well, shit, it's college, like you say, it's college football. If you ain't want to get embarrassed, show up on the field.
Uh-huh.
So that was the first one. Then the second one we got, the other one we had, I can't, was it Roddy White, the Atlanta Falcons great receiver, comment saying that Clemson had too many white players on the field. That is why that they lost to Georgia. What are your thoughts? What are y'all thoughts on that one?
Man,
It's football,
I'm
man.
gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. That's a stupid ass fucking comment to
Yeah.
make. That's a stupid ass statement to make. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, man, look, that's all. That's all I'm gonna say on that. That's stupid as fuck. That's all. That's just no. That's not all I'm gonna fucking say. Actually, it's not. Yo, that was disrespectful. That was stupid as hell. Come on, man. Come
Yeah.
on.
These are
Like
18,
why?
19-year-old kids out here. Come on.
Like why? You know what I mean? It's bad enough. And here's the thing: people don't realize, man. I can go on and on about this. Man, this comes down to us too. We have a social platform that gets out there that people watch. You know what I mean? We are influencers. You know what I mean? Same thing with the celebrities, with athletes. Whether you want to be or not, people are watching you. Why the fuck would you say something like that? There's too many white people on the field. That's why they lost. That's dumb as fuck. That's dumb as fuck. Stop. The problem is, man, everyone wants to divide instead of unite. So even if he felt, and you know what, the man has the right to feel how he felt. He has every right to feel that way. But keep that dumb shit to yourself. Like, you know what I mean? Sometimes people need to think before they say, and I know I say dumb shit, I do dumb shit. But man, when you have a platform and you know ears are gonna listen, whether you tweet it, whether you say it, if that's how you feel, cool, feel that way. But keep that shit to yourself, man. Let's unite and stop dividing. I love white people.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Jack. Before because I'm gonna have a rant, something like Jay. So go ahead, Jack.
Man, I think he said it's stupid. Like, let the 18, 19-year-old kids out here. Come on, like, you're really gonna talk down on them? It's just messed up. Like, just keep it to yourself. You shouldn't even say anything about that. Now you got people all over social media talking about it. Like, keep it to yourself. Like, who cares? Like,
Man, I'm
man,
glad you said that. Exactly. And then you talking about kids. You're speaking on kids here. Yes, it's just football, but you're still talking about kids.
Yeah. So, this is one of the things I'm gonna touch to that one first, right? When we're talking about these kids. This is one of the things Dion said when he spoke about this collective and this NIL stuff. Because when you're talking about money, now you're opening it up to kids being scrutinized like they're doing in the NFL. You usually didn't hear these types of things with ESPN and NBC and those guys talking like this, or people talking like this about college players. It just started happening because now they're getting paid, and it's going to only get worse. Like you were saying, it's um, I like the fact. So a few years ago, even when I was in college, I always said, "Man, we need to get paid for this shit." Nobody, regular students are not fucking waking up at 4 o'clock in the morning going to do mat drills. They're not waking up at 4 o'clock in the morning going work out then having to go to breakfast, then study hall, then go to class, then come back to workout and go to practice at 7 o'clock at night, just to wake back up at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Hold on. While making the university money.
While making the university money, tons of money. And I didn't even play on a D1 level like Alabama, LSU, Georgia level. You know what I'm saying? So just imagine how much crazier that is, because now you're adding on flight time. And that was one of the things that I didn't like with this conference realignment. When we're talking about student athlete, there's no more student athlete. This is athlete. The student is out of the water, because there's no way in the world you could tell me, because trust me, I know, I've read, I've been in the mix. I know people that know people about the Vince Young story. Vince Young got pushed into Texas. Vince Young got pushed through Texas. There are more than just him at like players like that out here in this world. If you really think that every Alabama athlete out there that's at Alabama is making a 2.0 GPA by himself, you got to be delusional. They're getting help. People are out there helping them, just regardless. Then now let's talk about teams like Vanderbilt and Stanford, where 2.0 is not fucking good enough. You have to have a 3.0 or 3.5. So you're talking about flights coming from California and playing in Syracuse. These kids, how are they studying? How are you studying if you have to take that flight? Because the NFL guys, when they leave on Thursday. They leave on Friday and play on Sunday. You're playing on Saturday. So that means you're missing Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then you catching a plane after all that hitting and running and all that pounding to get back on a 5-hour flight to go back to the other side of the country. Is crazy. So all that, this, like you said, man, Roddy White, the feelings what he said, he has all right to feel that way. Is he right? Yeah, I mean, Clemson, yeah, Dabo Swinney needs to get off of his high horse. At the same time, this is why Coach K left. He said he did not like this one and done stuff. So if Dabo, if you don't like what the college football system is, do what Saban did. Get out of here. Because it's not, all it's gonna do is hurt you. It's gonna hurt these kids. These kids are now getting eyeballs put on them. And that the racist term, man, like it's getting blown out of proportion. It's not out of proportion. It's getting blown up, but it's not getting blown up as if, let's say, a former white person said that about a black team. Then now now you have us African Americans out here going ape shit about, oh, well, now you talking, why are you talking like that? It's the same difference. We, like you said, Jay, this whole separation shit, man, we gotta get more cohesive and divided. That's what this country wants us to be divided, left and right, and red and blue, all that crazy shit, man. If we all can just come together, this is sports, man. We supposed to be coming together and loving on each other to watch this game, man. Watch these kids do great things, like Tom is always preaching, man, and like the Oregon coaches and like Ryan Day and John Harbaugh. I mean, when John Harbaugh went to Michigan, man, and was taking these kids to Australia and Paris, these kids they're probably never in their life gonna ever go back to these countries, but they got to experience that with their friends, man. And for somebody like Roddy White to say that, man, I was utterly ashamed. At the same time, I was not surprised because of who he is, but at the same time, man, it was real disrespectful, because the roles was reversed, and somebody was saying about his kids being at HBCU.
Man, what? Let motherfucking, I'm not even gonna use nobody as an example, because I don't want people to catch this and then edit this clip and be like, oh, well, such and such said this. Fuck it, we're gonna use Brett Favre's name. Let Brett Favre say, Colorado, this, that, because they got all them black players on the field. Man, this place, that would have been a fucking story.
Yeah.
That would have been worldwide national news. You know what I mean? It's crazy, man. My bad, I didn't mean to cut you off, but like real shit. If the roles were reversed, if a white man would have said what Roddy Wright said, man, that would have been national motherfucking news.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Man.
You're right. But
man.
Hey, I had to get those spills off, man. Then we're gonna talk a couple of these games. We're not gonna hold y'all too much longer. Man, the Colorado North Dakota State. I appreciate y'all for letting me have Colorado win. So I'm gonna talk about it again. Colorado, Nebraska. What are y'all thoughts? We're gonna touch a couple of the big games this week. Colorado, Nebraska. The Colorado Buffs are a 7-point underdog going into Lincoln. I believe that's the name of the city. Lincoln, Nebraska.
Yeah.
It's going to be a good one. What are y'all thoughts?
Yeah, that's tough right there because Nebraska got Dylan Raiola. Well, he did pretty good last week. He was one of the top quarterbacks in his class. He was originally a Georgia commit, but when he found out Carson Beck was still staying, he flipped to Nebraska. It's showing, as right now, it's showing he paid off pretty good so far. But he's going against a pretty good Colorado team. He's going to have to watch out when he throws the receiver because Travis Hunter, the guy comes out of nowhere and makes some amazing catches. So that's what he's going to have to watch out for. I think this would be a pretty good game, but I think Colorado may take this one.
Okay. I don't know how I feel about this game. Because, this game could go one of three ways. Colorado's going to get blown the fuck out. That's one, which I doubt that's going to happen. It's going to be a really close game. That's really the only two options. In saying that. It's the only two options. Man, you know what? I'm going to say Nebraska wins this because they're at home.
Makes sense.
Man, I want to see Colorado. I want to see them go undefeated. I really do. I'm rooting for them, but I don't think this is a close game at all. Their defense ain't there. This will not be a close game at all, man. I got Nebraska by 25.
Not so fast, my friend. Man, look, man. I got the son. I didn't reel them in. I didn't caught me a big bass, man.
All right.
I'm gonna reel you into this week. Next week you're gonna be on the train. Colorado is gonna win this game, and it's gonna be a close one, but they're gonna win it. Colorado defense. Their run defense was way better than it was last year. The offensive line it showed that it was better, but they still had a couple of, things they needed to work out. Jimmie Horn Jr. showing up the way he did, that's going to be the missing piece. We know Travis Hunter. We know he's going to get his. But if Colorado, I put it this way, if Colorado is able to run the football this game, it might not be as close as people think. I don't think they'll be able to run the ball like they want to. So I think they're going to try to stay spread out because, again, Nebraska doesn't have the same kind of athletes as they do on the outsides. So I think they will try to take advantage of it, but they have to be extremely careful because those two defensive tackles for Nebraska are top 3 overall draft type defensive tackles. Those guys are some good guys, man.
And that's why I say Wisconsin by 25, because at the end of the day, it's going to be a high scoring game. But can Colorado keep up offensively?
Yes, they can. Is Nebraska going to be able to keep up is the question. because Nebraska offense is really one dimensional. And from what I've been seeing and hearing, if Colorado makes the right adjustments, if they can take away what the quarterback from Nebraska wants to do, what he likes to do is throw the ball in the intermediate to middle side of the middle part of the field. He does not like throwing the ball outside the numbers. I think if you can put the pressure on him, he's a freshman quarterback, true freshman. I believe he's 17 years old, 18 years old. If you can put that pressure on him and go up 10 points in the first quarter, second quarter, and he starts to try to do this Patrick Mahomes, no looking, and all this extra stuff instead of just playing basic quarterback fundamentals, you can start getting them. Because I'm gonna say this: with Colorado defense looked worse this past game because number 7 got hurt. Number 7 will be playing this game. He's going to be a key for this game. Look out for number 7. I'm taking Colorado in a close game. Give me Colorado. I'm going to say 38-24 Colorado.
Okay, in saying that, I totally forgot. Oh boy is a freshman, so I retract everything I just said. No, I don't. Just half of it. So in saying that, with them having a freshman quarterback, I agree with you. If Colorado D-line, man, if them backs can keep the pressure on that quarterback, this game can turn up differently. And Colorado has a chance to bust it open. You know what I mean? But that's with them keeping that D-line or just keeping the defense with that pressure on that quarterback. And man, they're gonna have to put up some points.
Oh yeah. Well, the big game that's about to come on here at 12 o'clock, we got UT at Michigan in the big house. This is the first time in a few years that these teams met up. The first time in, I want to say, I think they said 30 something plus, or well, longer than that. I'm 30, so about 50 plus years where they actually played at somebody home field. So, what are y'all thoughts? What are y'all predictions? Texas versus Michigan.
Before you get on that, since we're back on Michigan, where we just talking about the whole thing with Roddy Wright and Hallberg with Michigan, man. He changed the culture for Michigan. Like you said, taking them on trips and everything, and that's more of what we need. I meant to say that when we were talking about that earlier. Go ahead, Jax. What's your input on that?
Man, first of all, this weekend today, man, was so blessed with so many good games today. That's why I just want to say, if you just look at the schedule, like most of these games are like the best games you're gonna see. But as an A&M fan, I hate UT. I hate him with all my guts. I hate him so much. I would never touch anything UT because that's how much I hate him. And Michigan, though, because Michigan did actually kind of struggle last week until the last 5-6 minutes they started taking the game away, and that's how they scored so much. But man, I really don't. This is the first big opponent since the championship game, and I'm thinking about this matchup all week. Who's going to take it? I still don't know, but I think it's going to go 2 ways. It's going to be a close game, or UT's just going to blow them out.
And they're playing in UT, right?
No,
they're playing Michigan. Yeah.
Oh, stop it. Michigan by fucking 50. Nah, I'm just playing. This is gonna be a good game. This is definitely gonna be a good game, an early test for Michigan, because like I predicted the other week. I mean, it's you know what? No, I'll take that back. You know what? This is definitely a game where Michigan needs to win. Michigan needs to win this game. Even though it's early in the season, this is a must win for Michigan. You have a new coach. You have a young team. It's definitely gonna. You know what? My upset pick of the week. I got the Texans winning. Longhorns winning this game. Longhorns winning the upset pick of the week. But I wouldn't be surprised if Michigan wins though. But I'll take the Longhorns with the upset.
Man, I
Well,
hate the Longhorns, but I
I,
think
I
they take
want.
this one.
I do think I don't. I'll have to look at the betting odds. I'm not sure if they're favorites or not. Michigan being the favorite or not. But um, I'm gonna say I had this conversation yesterday with a few Texas fans. They're thinking Quentin Ewers is a #1 draft pick type quarterback. I'm sorry, I don't see it. Maybe some UT fans in the comments can share their thoughts, but I really don't see it. I don't see a top QB type talent with him. I see him maybe being something like along the Will Levis type, uh, below bottom 20, Case Keenum, where he's a veteran, he stays around the league as a backup type quarterback. I don't see him being a top 5 type quarterback going into the league. So with that being said, uh, I think this is gonna be the first time that he plays a top tier defense. He hasn't played one of those in a long time since we saw what happened with him in Washington last year in the playoff game, and he did not look good. And Washington didn't have that kind of defense that Michigan is bringing this year. They have a defensive end that's going to be probably a first, second rounder. They have a cornerback who's arguably probably with him and Travis Hunter going to be one of the top cornerbacks coming out in this draft. They also have a safety that's a dog. They have 2 linebackers that are young and fast and physical, and they have a physical, fast offensive line. And I didn't even get to their best player, Edwards, the running back. I
I don't
think
even know
Michigan.
what
I think Michigan runs the ball, and they keep the ball. They keep the ball away from UT and forces UT to try to score every time that they get the ball, which will cause mistakes. And in the big house with 100, what is it, like 110 people at the big house, yeah, I got Michigan in a really good game.
That's good. I like it. I like it. I like it. Yeah.
Also,
But
another game that down it's a late game later on tonight around 9 o'clock. It's gonna be I don't know. It's gonna go so many it's gonna go so many ways. Oregon and Boise State. That one I'm excited for, but it's gonna go so many ways. I think that I think Oregon blows them out, or Oregon wins but barely wins, or Boise State can pull off the upset. I'm excited for that game no matter what the outcome is, but I think that's gonna be a really good late night classic game. What do y'all think?
Where are they at?
I think it's in
it's in
Boise.
Oregon. It's
Yeah,
in
Oregon.
In
Eugene.
Oregon? Oh, Oregon's about to spank that ass.
Yeah.
Oregon's gonna spank. I don't see that game close at all. At all. Can't hear you.
Yeah, so I'm with you. I think this is gonna be a game to watch. I don't think it's gonna be a good game though. I think Oregon will win the game pretty easily. But the reason why I think it'll be a good game as far as scouting wise if you're looking for NFL talent. Because Boise State has a quarterback that should be an NFL type guy, so it'll be a fun game to watch.
Definitely a gunslinger game for sure.
Yeah. So before we get off, man, final thoughts. What was y'all thoughts on the USC LSU game? That was the headline game. Of course, people probably want to talk. We're not getting into that Florida State, Boston College stuff. Florida State is overrated. But
Yeah.
the LSU USC game, it was a classic. It started us off with the run that we had this college, for college and NFL. We had some damn good football this week.
Yeah.
What are y'all thoughts?
It's
Man,
college football, baby.
I'm surprised. I had LSU. I knew it could be pretty good, but I thought LSU was going to win it. To be honest.
Yeah, same here. I thought LSU was gonna take it, but man, like I said, man, these new deals, these college kids again, is changing football, bro. It's changing college football, man. Not saying USC is gonna go ahead and win the national championship or anything, but they're gonna be relevant again. You know what I mean? Like a lot of these teams are gonna be relevant again because it goes back to these deals. You know what I mean? They really think about it. Without these deals, do you think USC would have even had a close game like that? Would have won that game? You know what I mean? When you get certain players on certain teams that would have never went to that school in the first place without that money. You know what I mean? And I'm not taking nothing away from nobody, but hey, it's college football. We gonna be seeing a lot more upsets, a lot of more surprises, a lot more moves being made that we didn't think of. Look at Colorado. We're talking about Colorado Buffaloes.
Yeah.
This is the last time anybody covered Colorado Buffaloes before Deion Sanders.
Nobody.
You know what I mean? It's college football season. We are back, and I'm fucking loving it.
All right,
Yeah. So my thoughts, man. I want everybody to preface this. I'm preface this by saying I'm a Colorado Buff fan because of Deion, Shador, and Travis Hunter. If Deion leaves, I won't give a shit about Colorado. LSU has always been my squad since a kid. Watching them in Notre Dame forever will be my teams. You know, just the allure of running out of the tunnel with the gold helmets. Watching that as a kid was always amazing. And LSU being right there by the stadium growing up and hearing that all day, all night, it's something to behold. So, and plus I've been to, I think I went to 3 games when I was there. So, with that being said, LSU is really my college of choice. I was disappointed, being a fan and talking to a lot of us that are fans of LSU. We are not happy with Brian Kelly. Some of us, I'm not going to speak for everybody. I'm going to speak for myself. I wasn't a Brian Kelly believer to begin with. Like I said, he came from Notre Dame, and I've seen the teams that he had. They're all offense and no defense. LSU is always and have been known for DB receiver U. We've had some of the best defenses. If you go back a few years ago, we won a game 6-3 against Alabama when we was ranked 1 and Alabama was ranked 2. And it was probably one of the best college football games that was ever played, but people, because it wasn't scored the 55-60, nobody talks about it. LSU let us down. We had the gun pointing, we had the talking, we had penalties that we don't do, man. I mean, it just was unacceptable. And Brian Kelly deserves all the blame for it. We talked about this before, me and you, when on the very first show when you did the what we talked about, the little league kids and the coaches.
Yeah. Dark side of little league football.
The dark side of little league football. And we talked about this, and we talked about kids and being leader of men and being leaders for these young kids. And it hurt my eyes. It still hurts my eyes to this moment right now. Just like Cam Newton said, you're on a football field, man. There's no excuse in this world for you to make any kind of gun motion at anybody's head. That gesture is just as dumb as the Whitey White comment. I can't explain how dumb that was. Eddie Lacy is a good player. He's a young man. Hopefully he learns from it. I'm praying that he learns from it. But it was bad, man. The referees didn't help us out. It was a lot of holding calls. The so-called one-handed catch that wasn't. I've made videos on my Twitter to show people that he didn't catch the ball. The referees got enamored with with him grabbing the ball with one hand. I thought he caught the ball initially too. But after you looked at the replay, he grabs the ball with the one hand, but the DB knocks it out. And then he catches it with 2 hands. But the other DB on the other side knocks it out. And during that time, he rolls over, and you can see the white stripe of the ball moving underneath him. But because somebody everybody was enamored with the first part of the play. Nobody paid attention to the whole play. And so we got so caught up in that, and it just hurt us, man. And the penalties hurt us. It wasn't a good game. It's not what we're used to. It's not what LSU fans are used to. And now this week we play Nickel State. And of course we're probably gonna blow them out the water, and everything's gonna be fine for this week. But I'm not happy with what we look like. I was saying LSU probably could make a run in the SEC, but now after watching what I saw, I don't think we're gonna have a good season. It's probably a 6-4, 5, maybe a 5-5 win type season, man.
I'm glad you just said that. In saying that, do you think that the LSU culture is about to be changed?
Yeah.
As long as Chip is there?
I think Brian. So
I mean, not Chip Kelly.
Yeah, Brian. I think Brian Kelly is probably gonna end up leaving. I think if it depends, man, because all could be well. We beat Alabama, all is well. It's just like Texas A&M. Texas A&M could go 2-8, but they beat UT. The coach gonna keep them down.
It's a win. It's a must win. Yeah.
So if we beat Alabama and beat Ole Miss, who knows, right? Everything could be fine and dandy. But from what I've been reading on Twitter through a lot of the grapevine and people talking, I think people are fed up, and I think what's different between college football and NFL, the owners get fed up and they cut you. Well, the boosters control what goes on in college football. And the boosters are starting to get fed up with Brian Kelly. A lot of people are calling that he was being fake and fraudulent. I don't know if the recruiting trip, y'all seen the recruiting things that he was doing, where he was like doing like a little dance like this with the kid. That same kid was a 5-star D tackle or linebacker or something like that. He ended up flipping and going to Alabama right after that little thing got out, that little dance thing that he did behind him got out. So, I mean, I don't know, man. It's he hasn't been recruiting well in Louisiana. That's another big thing. You have to recruit to get the kids in Louisiana, just like any other school. UT, if you have a head coach at UT at Texas A&M and you do not recruit the state of Texas, you're more likely gonna get ran up out of there. So
facts, big facts. What you were trying to say, Jax, before we end this?
Oh, I wanted to talk about the A&M Notre Dame game real quick.
Oh yeah.
I want to say, man, that was one of the best defensive games I've seen in a while. A really good defensive game. That's all I really want to say about that.
Big shots to Notre Dame, man. Yo, Rudy. Rudy Whitaker.
Man, one of the best. Man, you know what, bro? Before we'll end it off on a good note, man. This has been a good debate throughout. What is the best football film, man? Like, we really talk about, of course, the sports show is, how we do. What's that one game, like that one football movie, man, that's just that movie that's like that go-to movie for y'all?
Remember the Titans.
Yeah.
See, all right, and that's man, Jimmie, you fucked me up with that one, boy, man. So my two are Rudy and Remember the Titans, but it's like, man, damn, Jimmie, I wasn't ready for this one. So my overall number one football movie is Rudy, 100% is Rudy. But man, Remember the Titans, man, is a close second though. You know what I mean? Remember the Titans is something. Man, but then you got Coach Carter, man. You know what I mean? Which they all bring their own different messages. That's the whole thing. You know what I mean? Coach Carter is nowhere as deep as Rudy, as Rudy or the other one, but it's like it still brings that message. You know what I mean? Where he comes in, he's the father figure, and he don't take no bullshit, and we gonna get these grades right. So you know what I mean? So that's one message, and then you got to remember the Titans where they speaking on racism. You know what I mean? And then you got Rudy where it's like that what you call it?
Story.
The underdog story. You know what I mean? And it's a true story on top of that. You know what I mean? Which the other two are too. You know what I mean? Right. So they all bring different truths, different stories, different communication styles, whatever you want to say. You know what I mean? Different things, dynamics, whatever. But yeah, Rudy, my definitely number one for sure.
Man, I'm a go. Mine is the program. I think Jay might be too young for that one. The program, man. People forget about how good that movie is and how beautiful that movie is, man. Like it really has these subliminal messages in it. Like you say, it's not based on a true story by any means, but a lot of that stuff that was going on back in the early 90s is very, 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 very true. If anybody have any brothers that was going on recruit trips back then, or just was going to college back then, steroid use, the parties, how they recruited, how the boosters would give you money, under the table for you to come to the school, how a freshman running back is better than the senior running back, but I mean we're gonna keep that senior there because he's the senior, but the freshman is coming in there and fight. But it's just the program is one of those movies. And then, man, the lovable favorite, the Little Giants.
Man, hold on, man. Okay, you know what?
Always
about. I don't know how I forgot about that because actually, The Little Giants is my childhood all-time favorite movie. Definitely, definitely. Yeah, I just watched that shit a few months ago. Damn, hell yeah! I want to watch it.
It's hard to find The Little Giants, man. That and Angels in the Outfield was my two childhood movies. I love those movies.
Yeah, Angels in the Outfield was my shit. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
When am I gonna see you again, Dad? When the Angels win the pennant. Like, damn, you an asshole. You a piece of shit, damn, bro. Fuck. Your kid live in a motherfucking foster home on the street. And you talking about, well, I'm a piece of shit ass dude. But hey, I tell you what, when the Angels win the pennant, we'll have a relationship. Man, that's fucked up.
Well, with that being said, man, I appreciate everybody. I thank y'all for watching, man. Jay, take it away.
Man, we appreciate y'all, man. We've been live on YouTube Music, and Facebook. So if you've been rocking with us on YouTube, hit that like and subscribe button. Go ahead and share. If you're rocking with us on Facebook, man, we truly appreciate you guys. Hit the love, comment, share. And if you're rocking with us on YouTube Music, man, we truly appreciate you guys. Our podcast goes where you go. Man, this podcast has been sponsored by the greatest root beer on earth. Hold on. Boom, boom, boom. My hands are sweaty. Otto's Root Beer. Brewed in Huntsville, Texas by Brew Nation. Always support local. Man, Otto's Root Beer is a recipe from the 1950s. Man, appreciate what y'all do. And of course, we have the greatest burger on earth, Smash Wagon, out of Beaumont, Texas. They just opened up their very first restaurant. Smash Wagon. Then we have Hoodlum Nature Records out of Galveston, Texas, man. We truly appreciate you guys. And of course, we have J-Rec Distribution and LLC. In saying that, man, we are out of here. This is your boy Reckless Talk with the Reckless Talk Podcast, Reckless Talk Sports Podcast, Reckless Talk Management and Promotions, 1836 Entertainment, A1 Music Empire, HoustonCityBeat.com. We are the storytellers of Houston. Catch us next Saturday for NFL college football talk. We are out of here. H-Town, stand.